day, I'm never gonna, you know, people are telling you, oh, like, and they didn't tell me, but like, I'm never gonna like, I should have known better because one thing I'll say about this World Cup, and this seems to be happening like every year, every like cup, they're getting better and better, and this one's been the best I've seen so far. Like, gone are the days of like 2006, and gone are the days of 2010, where it just felt like the 2010 World Cup was so dry. This one's really good. Like Canada beat Qatar 6-0, and I could have watched that game. And then Switzerland beat Bosnia 4-1, and I could have watched that game too. And people are already like, when you have like, especially like, you know what it is, like if you're working on something or you're doing something, you can just put the games on in the background. I know everyone has their way of doing this shit, but like you can just put the games on in the background, right? And then you can just do your thing. So like, for example, like yesterday, like yeah, could have watched both games. Obviously, like I don't know if there was a game at like I think there was a Mexico and South Korea game, which didn't really care for. But like it's annoying because I could have watched that Swiss game yesterday, and I could have watched that Qatar game. When people are telling people, like I'm listening to other people's opinions about like a lot of the games are going to be that way. So, and there's going to be more games like this season. That was a very like I didn't see the injury, but apparently it was like one of those that Aaron Ramsey, Eduardo injuries, isn't it? So Ishmael Kone. Like generally, like I do generally believe that the cream will rise to the top in this tournament, but like them teams, if a big team doesn't turn up on a particular day, they'll get beat because USA. I mean, I know I don't want them to do well, but personal feelings aside, USA and Canada, Mexico look a bit. I think Mexico, funny enough, are the weakest out of the three. Weirdly enough, Mexico, USA are not playing around, especially because they're at home. So if you turn up, if they play, like, you know what I mean? If they turn up and the big team doesn't, they can beat them, especially on their day. So it's weird because a lot of like, you know, on the day in it. So yeah, there's that. I'm intrigued by Turkey. I think it's USA versus I'm not sure who the team is. There's Castilla. Not sure who the team is, but USA, they're not playing Paraguay, they're playing Australia, USA and Australia. That's going to be an interesting game. And Turkey need to step up, man. It'd be such a shame if like Arda Güler and my man, the other guy, I think his name is Kildirim. Like, it'd be such a shame because I've got a lot of Turkish people on their IG. I want them to be happy. Not that I don't think they even interacted with it. But yeah, so it'd be a shame if those guys go early. That Australia team, like the Virgin, what's going on? The Australia team, they're like, you know, Australia and USA, both of them used to have like really banging teams in the 2000s. I think for like, so like if you go through Australia and USA's team like in the mid 2000s, like wow, like low key like a stacked teams, like good Premier League talent. So I'm just gonna throw some names out there, like Australia used to have Harry Kewell, Mark Viduka, Brett Emerton, Mark Schulzer. Don't know if I'm forgetting anyone else. Just thinking through their team. Tim Cahill as well. Yeah, that 2006 team Australia, they're really good. And then like USA, they had like Landon Donovan, Brian McBride, DeMarcus Beasley, Kylie Rayner, Clint Dempsey as well, Brad Friedel, Tim Howard. We used to have all them, man. So like now, like when you look at their team, it's not as strong, but they're playing better. So we'll see. This is the thing about the home advantage. You know, Alphonso Davies hasn't kicked a ball yet. He hasn't kicked a ball yet. I think he's not fit, and look how they're doing. So 4 points, and their star man hasn't even played yet. So yeah. You know my thing with the whole like, let me leave it. I'll just leave it. Actually, it's not worth me thinking. Reggie's in a happy mood. That's it. Those things. Reggie. So guys. So yeah. So I'm not listening to people again about that's not gonna be a good game. I missed out on the Canada game, 6-0. So, every game I'm watching, I don't care. I'm just having it on the background. I don't care. So that's what part of the World Cup is about. It's not about just watching the big teams. Yeah, people that's why me I can't. Yeah, people who claim on the ball and they say stuff like that, I can't. Like, I don't mind it, casuals and whatnot. You can't be on ball and saying stuff like that. I think people are just trying to act too cool. You go do that shit over there. Ended up because I've missed out on those games and I've been watching a lot of the games. You know what I mean? Obviously, Ghana and Panama looked absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible. We'll talk about Ghana as well. What annoys me about these man, this is what like Africa, this is the mentality that we need to stop. Like Morocco aside, because even Egypt, they're playing well against Belgium, but I think Egypt are gonna struggle a little bit. I know it's Belgium, it's Egypt, it's Iran, it's New Zealand. Because of how bad New Zealand and Iran are, they'll get through. But I don't think they're going to play well against those two teams either. But because they're playing Belgium, they'll turn up. Ghana, because they're playing England, they're going to turn up. That sort of thing. Ivory Coast doing their job. So for me, it's like a mentality thing. You can't just turn up because you're playing a big game against England, because you're playing Germany or whatever. This is why African football is in the position it's in. It's lack of consistency. You need the money to be motivated. Hence the Nigeria team. It's disgraceful. So you get to play in the World Cup. You know what I mean? And you can't be bothered to do that. You can't be bothered to turn up for a World Cup. These are the type of things I get. You need to line your pockets. Go let people back home expect some money, that type of shit. But you're not like you're fucking working. You man are earning. You're not earning money. You're earning like yearly salaries in a week. I don't want to hear any of that respectfully. High key is just greed. You understand? So you can't put your greed aside just to international tournament. Nigeria ain't been in a World Cup since fucking 2018, I think. It's disgraceful. Cameroon. In Burma, you've got Tunisia who look absolutely terrible. You've got South Africa who look absolutely terrible. I don't know how, Czech Republic, absolutely terrible. And you're saying to yourself, bro, this is how the World Cup works, but there's no point these teams getting all revved up in their playoffs, yeah? And they come to the World Cup, at least Congo again, they're making an effort. That was a good point. I told certain teams that when they're making their first appearances, they were gonna do jobs. Chichi, haha. I like her name, Chichi. What's going on? Certain man, Czech Republic, you beat Poland. So we're not seeing Lewandowski at this World Cup because the Czech Republic, and look what they're doing. Nothing. They're the worst team in the group. What's the point of beating Poland? So we don't get to see Lewandowski at World Cup, and then you go and do that. Suchek and Sheik and them dead mans. So Czech Republic are taking up the spot. Tunisia, I don't know what they're doing. But it's good for the people, innit? They get to see them in the World Cup, but it's you're just taking up a spot. So you got Tunisia. I'm back to Australia. Tunisia taking up a spot. Carousel are trying at least, and I think they're doing it. Thank you for liking and stuff, I appreciate it. Thank you. At least Carousel, because I know they're doing a better job than Jamaica would. Jamaica would have done just as bad or worse. At least with Carousel, you expect them to do what they're doing. Jamaica would have got to beat 8-1 as well, something like that. But I'm sorry, you can't have people like here. This is the thing with the Jamaica FA got to sort themselves out, and they really do. They really do. So there's that. Who else is there? Just going through the list of teams, the African teams. Obviously Tunisia, I've pointed them out already. Disgraceful. South Africa, you go beat Nigeria, and look what you're doing. Getting 2 red cards in the first game. What's the point? Me, I don't want to go into that political stuff. I just want, for me, the 11 men on the pitch aren't doing what the African team, what their government are doing. We'll talk about that another time. I will make the eventual plan is to make artwork around that type of stuff, but research needs to be done. I don't want to just come on here talking flippantly, because someone from that country may hear me doing it, and then they'll be like, bro, and that's how they'll sound. They'll be like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Speaking of that country, there's a singer from that country that gets on my absolute nerves. Absolute nerves, honestly. Shanks, her biggest hit is fire, but you hear her talk and her behaviour when they're showing her when they're in the stadium, yuck. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Maybe some of you don't like it. I can't. But when a lot of man them are saying it's about someone, then maybe you mean it's kind of like it doesn't matter what we say. She's gonna keep on wish her all the best. But I just kind of wish her she wasn't on my TV as often. That's why for me sometimes you got to turn that TV on mute. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? So it's gotta be done sometimes. We wish them all the best, but you know, sometimes you ain't trying to hear all that. Ah, it's busy around my building today. Is there fire? But yeah, today's USA versus Australia. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be on during social hours as well. And then I think Turkey in the morning. I don't know what the other game is. I need to check that, but all I know is USA and Australia at 8 p.m. So I'll be checking out and I'll be going from there. So cool. They're filming right now, guys. So I'm gonna get my car ready. You know, people are funny. I'll be working for like 9 years, and they'll be like, oh, you know. I mean, it's no, because I used to work. There used to be one guy that used to work. I used to come in day in day out. I used to be like, can I help you? More, like, you know. So anyway, as I said, like we'll walk around. So I think they're filming, innit? To be fair, it doesn't fucking matter. You just walk around. It's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna log off because again, I need to go into the office. I'll be back on between. I'll be back on between 3 and 7. So I'll see you guys then. I'm gonna try to find my way into the bloody building where they're clicking everything off.